Welcome to Lit Hacks, unlocking literature, one story at a time.
To preserve a great human achievement, the ancients didn't build in wood, they carved in stone. But even a massive marble column weathers and snaps. The Greeks understood that physical monuments were fragile. Absolute, enduring immortality required a different architecture. It required poetry. The undisputed master of this craft was a man born around 518 BCE named Pindar. In the ancient world, he served as the supreme lyric voice, the poet of the gods, the conscience of kings, and the architect of human glory. His origins make this reputation unlikely. Pindar hailed from Boeotia, a central Greek district with a severe image problem. Cultural elites in Athens mocked Boeotians as provincial, overfed, and slow-witted. It was the last place anyone expected a literary genius to emerge. However, his family, the aristocratic Aegiadae clan, held deep ties to religious and musical traditions. They sent the young Pindar to Athens to train under the leading composers of the era. He also received guidance from the Boeotian poetess Carina. Legend says that after he composed a restrained early poem, she told him he should sew with the hand, not the whole sack. He took the advice to heart. By leaning into his elite pedigree and filling his verses with mythological abundance, Pindar spent his life disproving regional stereotypes. He transformed from a mocked provincial into a pan-Hellenic icon. His rise occurred during decades of extreme turmoil. Pindar's lifetime overlapped with the Persian Wars. When the massive Persian army invaded Greece, his home city of Thebes surrendered and collaborated with the invaders. This collaboration meant Pindar lived in a geopolitical minefield. He maintained his loyalty to Thebes, refusing to write anti-Persian propaganda, while simultaneously accepting commissions from their rivals in Athens. The Athenians were so moved by his praises of their city that they reportedly paid him massive tributes, despite his homeland's treason. He navigated this tension by anchoring his art at the Pan-Hellenic Games. These cycles of athletic festivals, held at sacred sanctuaries across the Mediterranean, in places like Olympia, Delphi, Corinth, and Nemea, drew Greeks from every fractured city-state. When an athlete won, his celebration required a specialized victory ode, known as an eponychion. Pindar cornered this market. His clients were the wealthiest, most powerful men of the age, tyrants like Hiero of Syracuse and kings of North African colonies, who paid vast sums for his words. For Pindar and his patrons, these games functioned as strictly enforced religious truces. In the athletic arena, human physical effort stripped away worldly politics to, for a brief moment, attract the direct favor of the gods. This visualization shows the scale of Pindar's original output. Ancient scholars organized his compositions into 17 massive books, covering everything from hymns to dirges. Today, only 4 of those books survive intact. We know them as the Eponychia, the Victory Odes. The most famous surviving work is the first Olympian ode. Written in 476 BCE, it celebrates a high-stakes chariot victory by Hiero of Syracuse.
Pindar used the commission to make a rigorous theological statement. To elevate the victory, Pindar tells the myth of Pelops, the ancestral hero of Olympia, but he actively edits the story. The traditional myth claimed the gods cannibalized Pelops at a banquet. Pindar rejects this version as blasphemy. He asserts instead that the god Poseidon carried the young man to Olympus out of love.
He applied this same standard to his vision of the cosmos. In the first Pythian ode, he describes the eagle of Zeus lulled to sleep on its scepter by the golden lyre of Apollo. For Pindar, divine music and poetry were literal forces capable of subduing universal violence. Pindar operated as a strict theological guardian. He designed his poetry to ensure the gods were always depicted with absolute dignity, forcing his mortal clients to recognize exactly who they were answering to. Pindar built his worldview around the concept of arete, absolute human excellence. He believed this excellence was strictly hereditary, a natural gift transmitted directly through aristocratic bloodlines, from ancestral heroes to modern victors. This belief stood against the rising intellectual currents of his day. As democracy expanded and sophist philosophers argued that virtue could be taught, Pindar insisted on natural aristocracy. Greatness was a matter of blood, not education. When we realize his words mapped the choreography of a dancing Greek chorus, we can visualize this setup with three abstract blocks on a stage. The first stanza is the strophe, sung as the chorus slides to the left. The second stanza, the antistrophe, is metrically identical. It is sung as the chorus mirrors that motion back across the stage in the opposite direction. The triad concludes with a third stanza called the epode. Here, the meter changes. It is sung while the chorus drops into the center of the stage and stands perfectly still.
Golden lyre and sweet aulos, we guide us, champion of the gate, from right to left, mirror the dance.
Inside this rigid framework, his language is intensely compressed. He relies on gnomic authority, dropping maxims to anchor myths. He executes Pindaric leaps, jumping abruptly to the modern victor. His dense, baffling style represents a mathematically precise physical blueprint of the cosmic order. It is engineering disguised as art. In antiquity, this engineering made him untouchable. Figures from Plato to Quintilian revered him as the lyric equivalent of Homer, studying his exact meter in schools. But as the music and choreography were lost, the structure was forgotten. By the Renaissance, English writers like Abraham Cowley looked at the Greek texts and misread the triads as messy, structureless free verse. This created a literary irony. English poets started writing Pindaric odes by throwing out meter and writing as erratically as possible. The word Pindaric came to mean wild, irregular, and disordered, the exact opposite of his disciplined Greek methodology. Only when German Romantics translated him anew was his structural genius recovered. His belief in natural excellence profoundly shaped 19th century philosophy. When Friedrich Nietzsche built his ideas around the maxim, "Become what you are," he was directly quoting Pindar's second Pythian ode. History's ongoing struggle to translate or imitate him proves the rarity of his talent. It requires a nearly impossible balance to marry divine inspiration with the rigorous structural engineering needed to hold it. Pindar died around 438 BCE. According to legend, as his end approached, the god Apollo appeared in a vision, singing a divine hymn that the poet frantically wrote down. The story reflects the ancient perception of Pindar as a living vessel for the divine. Real-world respect for his memory was equally immense. When the Spartan army sacked Thebes and burned it to the ground, the generals issued a strict command to spare one single structure, Pindar's house. Decades later, when Alexander the Great destroyed Thebes again, he issued the exact same order. The walls fell and the city burned, but the poet's home remained untouched. He survived the destruction of his city because he was the ultimate poet of limits. He spent his life reminding the most powerful men on earth they were mortal, while using his art to push their excellence right to the edge of the divine. His voice endures to remind us that human excellence is rare, beautiful, and perishable. The race ends, the victor ages, and the statues crumble. Without the architect of poetry to preserve the memory, glory cannot survive time.